Hey everybody, it's Sam doing another weekly review. I didn't. Emma is editing the band this week, so we are just gonna go through and do a live review here as we'll watch it together and we'll go over the critique and everything as we go here. So yeah, let's take a look. All right, section A here. All right, so I see a lot of great shots here. One shot in particular here I'd like to look at here. He's slightly out of focus here. One, and it's not super bad. One thing that I would like more than anything, though, is to center Dan just a little bit. I don't know why that's like that. Maybe put him just like right there, or, I mean, if we zoom in a little bit, we can move him to the center a little bit better. But overall, if we could get him in the center, especially when they're talking to the center camera, that's super helpful. Let's go back. All right, we'll listen to it at 4 times speed here. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is beautiful. I like this shot right here. This is great. This is the exact kind of thing that I've been asking for for probably the last month, probably. And it's great that, we have Jaden playing that solo and we get to see what he's playing. Let's take a look here at Greg. That's his name. This is a great shot. We can see what he's doing. He's in that third, and the rest of it is there. We got some depth with the panels, and we got the shadow of, I think that's Tim over there. And yeah, this is a great shot. This is a great shot for the leader cam. Again, he's a little bit out of focus there, so it looks like we got that fixed a little bit there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's good. Great job on getting Kira there in that third. It's nice when you have a full band because it just feels nice and big, or nice and full. Great shot of Kira here too. This is perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. Yeah, her arm's off, but the large majority of her, like 90% of her, is still there. That's great. Great shot of Julie here. I love that shot. She is. Julie's always great to capture because she's always moving around and she's always, yeah, she's great to capture. Back to Greg. All right, good shot of Tim. That's his name. Good job having one person capture Kira while she's singing the lead on this, and then keeping an eye on Dan while we're here. Good shot of Jaden here as well. I've been harping on it for a while, but yeah, being able to see the face along with the instrument, that's a great shot. We should maybe work on getting people a little bit closer together, so we have a little bit less negative space. There's technically not a lot of negative space here because that cross is in between, but it does feel a little empty with that in the background, and that's it. So, but that's super nitpicky. So, let's. Yeah, worship you. It's fun listening to this at super fast speed. Oh, excellent shot here. Love this so much. Janessa is great to capture. She's always smiling. She's always doing something. And I love these perspective shots where we just see, we're focused on one person, but it feels like we're in it. That's great. Great shot here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Let's take a look at this shot here. Yep, good call. Good call coming in a little bit there. Yeah, that's a great shot of Tim there. Nice. He's in the third. We got that cross in the background. Yeah, I like that. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, if I were doing the editing, let's watch this um right here. Let's watch this. I love that rack focus there. The only critique I would have there is it looks like you use the autofocus lock button, which makes it go really fast. If you're going to do a rack focus, the more artistic way of doing it would be to use the stills button. So so you get a nice kind of like flowing. It's a little bit of a slower focus, but I mean, so what this does, it gives the impression that things are moving fast, and especially during this song, which is a faster song, it feels really good to have that rack focus in there. Love it. Keep working on that. That's great. More of that kind of stuff we can get, the better. Again, great shot here. I love this so much. Man, I mean, I don't have anything to critique here. Good job on the rack focus again there. Speed it up a little bit. Great shot of Dan here. I like that a lot. That feels really good with the frame within a frame, with that shadow, or with the shoulder in there, and it's like super close to the foreground. So it feels like, so it's super blurry. I know it's a shoulder, but at first glance you wouldn't know it's a shoulder. It's just something in the way, and it feels like it's framing Dan in there nicely. So if we go too fast, it just doesn't, you don't get sound, which is fine. Want to go that fast? It can't. The computer freaks out a little bit. Good shot of Greg down there. I do like the 35 on here. Feels really good on the slider. We can probably tighten it up a little bit over on this side. Unfortunately, with the way we have things set up in the studio, it's asymmetrical. So if we could get the drums in the center and the band in around the drums, that would look a whole lot better. Especially now that we have the electronic drums, we don't have to worry about the acoustics quite as much. So yeah. Excellent job. right here, if we could zoom in maybe just a little bit more on Kira here. Maybe not quite that much. Maybe a little less, so we can see her hands a little bit. And move her over there. Yeah, like something like that might be a little bit more artistic. I'm being nitpicky at this point because I'm running out of things to critique. Yeah, I love it. That's an unfortunate frame of her. And let's take a look again. What else we got? Again, whoever's doing this on camera too, I love those shots. They look great. And I'm going to be nitpicky here again. Let's take a look at this shot on camera 2 here. Especially since you're not the main camera, it's okay to take a little bit of time and get a little bit closer or change your shot a little bit. If we could have Dan like right here, that would have been a great supplementary shot. And that's what it is, supplementary. So it's not like you have to do it. But like we have a decent supplementary shot here. I would like that to be a little bit zoomed in a little bit more. Something like that, especially since it's a prayer and we want that moment to be a little more intimate. So let's put that back. And that's good. That's the first one. Fantastic job, everybody. Let's take a look at let's open up the next section, which would be this one. All right. It sounds like a country western when I play it that fast. All right, so let's take a look at this shot here with Jaden. He's a little bit far to the left. It feels a little bit far, and the reason it feels a little bit far is because there's all that space here. We would maybe want to move him here. It feels like you're trying to get this shot here at the shadow and not Jaden. Jaden is who's in focus, but it's confusing the eye just a little bit there. The headroom's fine with the haircut there. I would just move him over just a little bit more so it feels like he's a little bit more in the frame. Another thing you could do, and I'm not sure which camera operator this is, but you could get a little bit lower and shoot upward so we get a little bit more of Jaden, and that way you can get a little bit closer and get all of him in the shot and get him a little bit closer so he's filling the frame a little bit more. All right, and another thing here, you know what? No, I'm not gonna. No, that's fine. That shot's fine. This is great too. All right, so Kira feels a little bit far away. Remember that when we are when we're on a floating camera, we want to get we want to get a more closer personal shot. So, and this is a fine shot. It's objectively she's in the third, right where we want her, but we want the close and personal shots. So maybe something like this. Maybe take a step to the left just a little bit to get a more straight on shot so we can see more of Kira's face there. And just get a little bit closer, especially when they're a singer. We don't necessarily need to worry about what their hands are doing quite as much. It's great to have them when they're up and but yeah. And same thing with oh well. So this and Tim's on an instrument, so that's a little bit of a different story. But I mean, this is what we're looking for though. Is we want a little bit more of a medium shot so we can see what his hands are doing, and that's helpful too. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Oh, great shot of Dan here. That's fantastic. I love that. Maybe zoom out just a tiny bit so it feels just a little bit wider. Not a ton. Just maybe like a scooch out. But again, I mean, you guys killed it this week. So, I mean, I'm finding things to critique. Maybe a little bit closer on Dan here on this shot. So it doesn't feel so far away. When we get too far away, it feels like you're in the nosebleeds. And when you're in the nosebleeds of a concert, they usually have the big screens that you can look at. And you can see them up close and personal. So think about it that way. Did we get a rack focus on Julie here? We did. There we go. Oh, okay. Excellent rack focus there. You use the shutter button and oh, great job. I love it so much. Great shot of Janessa here. That is a beautiful frame within a frame. She's right in that third there. Oh, so good. So good. Good job pulling out on Jaden there to get him in the frame a little bit better. Excellent job on these supplementary shots. Again, with Chris, let's zoom out just a little bit. He feels a little bit like up close and personal. Think about this last shot on the main cam as he's coming up and talking to you. But if he's right up in your face, that feels icky. Like, I'm sure you've all had that moment where somebody that you know, but not like you're not like super friendly with, and they get up real close, like close enough that you can smell their breath if it's bad. We want to avoid that. So maybe zoom out just a little bit, maybe a more of a medium close shot rather than just a close up. Yeah. I mean, man, you guys killed it this week. It was so good. Excellent job, everybody, and keep up the good work. I'm so happy with this week's band video. Emma has a lot of great stuff to work with, and I'm sure she's going to appreciate that a lot. You guys have a good one. Thanks a bunch. You guys are awesome. Yeah. I probably didn't. Oh, I didn't say it at the beginning. None of this is meant to be hurtful or mean or be putting people down. I don't think I said anything even kind of sarcastic. Yeah, love you guys. Love doing this with you, and I hope we continue doing more of this great work. Have a great day, guys. Peace.